Okay, guys, another great find is, according to Amber, if you don't follow her, you're crazy, because everybody follows her. So, anyway, let's watch the new cast for Love After Lockup, because you know that's my show, guys. You know I love to rant on about that show. So, let's see what the new season has, and see what losers are coming back.
Wasn't too impressed, but now that I've seen the most recent trailer they dropped and the cast bios, I'm excited, and I cannot
There's Joey, or whatever his name was.
We're gonna have 7 different couples, and one thing I noticed
is that
every single inmate.
I think he's been on there before. I know he has.
Except
oh no,
one.
changed.
We
Sorry.
only have one female inmate on the whole show. We have a gay couple and a throuple this season. And I do apologize if I end up butchering some of these names. I'm still trying to get them all down. But the first couple is Kiwana and Demodric. And Kiwana, she is a hairstylist and a
she's cute. She's very pretty.
She's been dating Demodric for 2 years.
Not so much
they were actually together before he went to prison, and he ended up cheating on her 2 different times with his baby mama. And his baby
eyebrows
mama
on
is a
fleek.
pretty woman. And I guess she's still in the picture because they showed a few scenes that we're going to see this season where I guess she ends up coming around Kiwana wondering but she still decided to give him another chance. But she still has a lot of trust issues and worries that he's going to do it a 3rd time. They kind of remind me of Cameron and Eris. Like she's
what's he got? Space buns or something? What's going on?
He seems like a goofball, minus the cheating because Cameron's not a cheater. Next we have Will and Courtney.
I didn't like Cam to start, and I love him now.
Chaz and Branwen, because they're just complete opposites. Will
Another Branwen
specialist. And he has never met Courtney face to face. And she was the popular girl in high school. She was a cheerleader that always dated the football players and popular guys. But somehow she thinks it's going to work between them. And when I saw her reaction when she first saw him in the trailer, she didn't seem like she was that excited. And as soon as she gets out of prison, he is going to get on one knee and propose to her. And
why do these men do this
living in another state.
every time?
He lives in California, and he thinks that he gets on one knee the first day out, that she's going to be able to move to California sooner with him. And I think also because he's trying to lock her in before she changes her mind.
Yeah, that's it right there.
And the next couple, or throuple I shall say, they look like they're definitely going to keep things interesting this season.
He reminds me of India's man.
Ashley, and then we have Alexis. I guess Julius has been playing both women the whole time he's been in prison.
He looks like a playboy, little F-boy for sure.
And has been both convinced that he's going to be coming home to them, but he knows as his release date is approaching that he's going to have to figure something out because he doesn't want these women fighting over him outside of prison. So he decides to tell Ashley that his mom is picking him up, and he's going to have Alexis there to pick him up. And
he's definitely a player for sure. I mean, I knew that already, but look at this. Come on, girls. You know better than that.
Invite both girlfriends so we can have some kind of confrontation as soon as he gets out. And I guess he's just a little hoe. He's like, you know what?
I agree, Amber. He looks like a little hoe.
Like, I know it's not good to keep
and apparently acts like one too.
But I'm just trying to have a good old time. You know it's only a matter of time before the walls come crashing down and everything implodes on him. Next we have...
Oh no, she's back.
I don't understand why out of all the couples they chose to bring back, they chose to bring these 2 back. And even off what I saw in the trailer, it doesn't really seem too exciting with...
She's so pretty. I think she is a beautiful girl. But... big butt. She's too much for me. Like, too loud, too in your face, too... And so I don't think it's going to last. He didn't even act like he liked her on the phone. And I'm calling it now. I don't think they're going to make it through the season, let alone past that. That's me.
We see Bradley get out, and
he looks way thinner than he did before.
He can't wait to get piped out. Then Bradley decides to bring Savannah around his sister, Alyssa, who we've seen have a lot of beef with Savannah since the last season. And he's like, I'm nervous because Savannah and my family, they're like fire and gasoline. Next, we have Brooke and JK. They have known each other for a really long time, since they were 13 years old. But I guess they were just friends back then, and they ended up reconnecting when he was behind bars. And now she's just counting down the days waiting for him to be released.
So in other words, he was going through his recollection and just thinking, oh, give me a number I can remember, and found hers, huh? That's what I think.
But she's not sure if he's completely over his ex. And I'm not sure either, because they ended up showing in a scene that he ends up sneaking away with one of his friends and asks his friend if he can borrow his phone so he can hit up his ex. So obviously he still has some unfinished business going on with her. Next we have Michael and Joey.
I wish that they would have broke up.
Storyline. Just because I know that it ends with Michael going back to jail. I'm not sure if we're going to see that part featured in this season. But yes,
I hate that for Joey, but
for those
I'm glad.
Who haven't already heard, Michael was arrested months ago, and he only made it out of prison for a month before he went back to jail.
We knew that was going to happen. I'm surprised he got out, but poor Joey.
And Joey actually came in the comments of this post talking about his arrest. And he said, drug use is a powerful thing. It ruins lives.
I'm glad he didn't take him down with him, because he was very vulnerable.
It makes me sick. I'm truly heartbroken. This is awful. So that pretty much just tells me that he was on drugs, and that's what made him end up going back to jail, or back to his bad decision making that landed him in jail to begin with. And that's just so sad. And that kind of tells me if he got out and went back that fast, I'm sure he was probably
never stopped
the whole time he was in prison, which is just very unfortunate, because it does seem like Joey is a genuine good guy that wants love. And we see him meet up with Michael this season, and he's very insecure because he's not sure if Michael's still going to be into him now that they're no longer high, and if he's going to be able to give him the crazy, freaky sex.
I don't think he was ever into him in the first place.
I get it. I've been there. I've been sober for years now.
Joey was going to give to him and love him, and he's going to take whatever he can get. Because he's a drug man. He
sex when you're high and trying to get used to doing
doesn't
it
care.
when you're sober, especially with someone like sober for the first time. It is such an adjustment. You're like constantly worrying about yourself, like, okay, am I doing the right things with my hands? Am I doing this right? You know, you just overthink and overanalyze every little thing. And I think Michael's going to be happy with Joey regardless, but he's worried that he may not be able to be in a monogamous relationship and just be with one person the rest of his life. I bet Michael was a big-time hoe in prison. Next, we have Brooklyn and Brian, and I could not find any pictures or like screen grabs of Brian in the trailer outside of like what they showed with all the cast members. But they are both from Columbus, Ohio, and Brooklyn is a cheer mom, and she's eagerly been awaiting Brian's release from prison, so she's counting down the days, but her family's very skeptical of his intentions because she ended up receiving like a fat trust fund after her mom died, and they're scared that Brian may be after her trust fund instead of her.
I hope not.
But that is it for this video, guys. We officially...
So you guys, tell me what you think. What group is going to be fun? I think the Playboy is going to be annoying. I think the Joey situation is going to break my heart. And I think that the Savannah is going to drive me insane. But I think it's going to be a good show. It always is. Yes, it's made up most of the time. And it's not real, blah, blah, blah. But it's reality TV and I love it. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me who you want to see. Tell me what you want to see. We got 1 month till it starts. I can't wait.